Remember, the universe responds to the vibration that you're putting out. So if you're in a place where you keep telling yourself, it's not happening fast enough, I'm not getting there quick enough, this isn't for me, I'm not cut out for this, whatever it is, the universe has no other option than to reflect that back. That will be your reality. Hello, my love. It's time for you to get ready. Because every single thing that you have learned about money, wealth creation, success, and hard work is about to get flipped right on its head. Welcome to the Soul Powered Podcast. I'm your host, Rebecca Kiger. I'm a financial advisor turned wealth energetics coach, and I have almost 2 decades experience helping people reach their financial goals. And after all that time of studying the human psychology around money, I learned this, that wealth creation is not just a game of strategy and spreadsheets. It is a game of accessing your soul power. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you how to do during our time together. Here on this podcast, we blend nervous system regulation, spiritual alignment, money energetics, and more so that you can expand your income and your inner peace. This is the podcast where strategy meets soul and your next level expansion begins. This isn't just a podcast. It is quite literally a portal to your next level, and your higher self is inviting you to step into it. So if you're ready to stop hustling for your worth and finally claim it so that you too can make more, save more, and finally live more, then you're in the right place. Let's rise. Hello, my beautiful loves, and welcome to another Wealthy Woman Wednesday outside today. And I'm so excited to be here with you having this conversation. Today is really about remaining in a space of overflow, even when it doesn't look like anything is happening. So if you're someone who is really maybe just starting this journey of rewiring your relationship with money, healing your relationship with overflow and abundance and magnetism and all the things that you desire in this life, and maybe you're at the beginning stage and you're just not seeing a lot of progress yet. You're not seeing a lot of movement yet, because you're going to get to a place where it's going to become your norm. I didn't start my journey here. I grew up really poor. My mom was a single mother of 7 children when we were kids. And then I became a teen mom myself. We lived on government assistance, cash assistance, the WIC program, food stamps, all of the things, okay? And I didn't start my journey here. So if you're someone who is just starting this whole, I'm ready to heal my relationship with money, I'm ready to step into my overflow era, I'm ready to do the thing, but you started a little bit, maybe took 1 step forward and 2 steps back, and you're struggling to see the consistency in it, this is for you. Because like I said, this is going to get to a place where overflow is just your life. It's your reality. It's the way that you walk through this world. And I want to explain what overflow is, because there's a lot of people who are teaching about money, teaching about manifestation. And it's from this very material, like, I want all of the things type of energy. And that's great. Like, I believe that money just gives you more choice in life. Money is not something that's going to change you. It's not going to make you a better person. It's not going to make you a worse person. It's not going to make you do anything. It quite literally doesn't have the ability to like change your behavior. Only you can do that. And I believe that money is an amplifier. So if you're a good person and you want to give back to people, you're going to be able to do even more of that with more money. And we talked about this last week around how important it is for us to bring the money back into the hands of those of us who are going to use it for good, who are going to use it to do good things in the world, to change the trajectory of not only our lives, but then generations to come after this. And money gives you the choice to be able to do that. It gives you the choice to be able to invest in businesses that align with your visions and align with your standards as a human. It allows for you to buy the kinds of foods that are not poisoning you. I don't know if this will get taken down for certain things that I say, but my point is that wealth and money is about choice. And a lot of people will talk about it from the lens of, again, material things. And that's great, because if that's what you want, that's amazing. But there are some people who want to create wealth because they want to buy back their time. They want to live off grid. They want to disconnect from other people. They want to travel. They want to experience what it's like to have overflow and abundance on a daily basis. And so that's what I want to help people create. So if that's you, this message is for you. And I want to talk about what overflow actually means. So the definition of the word is all around a state of being where nothing is missing. Overflow is a state of being where nothing is missing. So if you can just imagine for a moment and even think about all the things that you're thinking about, maybe even right now as you're listening to this, that you don't have. I don't have the vacations that she's talking about. I don't have the time freedom. I don't have, like, see how the brain goes to like all the things that you don't have? That's not a frequency of overflow. That's not a frequency of more than enough. And here's the thing about the universe. The universe doesn't give you what it is that you want. It gives you a reflection of who it is that you are, the frequency that you're sending out. From a quantum perspective, it's you are emitting a frequency, and the universe, the field, the unified field around you is literally giving you a reflection of that frequency, so that you can either get what you want or get a lesson that you need in order to get where you want. Because you may not even know that you're projecting scarcity and fear, but that's likely because you're not slowing down enough to pay attention to your thoughts, to pay attention to your frequency, to pay attention to these things. So when it looks like nothing is happening, but you've been doing all of the right things, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, it could literally be that you do have a subconscious block or something that's coming up that is actually creating an interference pattern in the quantum field between what it is that you are magnetizing and trying to magnetize and you receiving that thing. That is a possibility. That's the work that I help my clients with inside of the Soul Powered Society. That's the work that we do, is releasing the things that are in the way so that you can actually have what it is that you genuinely want, not the things that unintegrated parts of you, unhealed parts of you want. So what I mean by that statement is, if it's true that the universe is giving you a reflection of what it is that you're emitting in terms of a frequency, then even if you consciously say, I want $1 million, I want $1 million, I want $1 million, but you're emitting the frequency of scarcity, fear, and lack, that's what you're going to get. And the reason that you're going to get that is because there's an unintegrated and unhealed part of you that actually believes it's protecting you by keeping you at this same exact space. If you want to go down a rabbit hole and you're ready for some deep shadow work, which I don't know, you got to be really ready for this. Listen to the book, Existential Kink, because that will tell you exactly what I'm talking about here, how these parts of us, they actually genuinely do desire to keep us in the same places in life. And that's the nervous system in and of itself. Anything that's unfamiliar to the nervous system is going to automatically be deemed as unsafe because it's a threat to your survival. If the nervous system can keep things status quo and in your comfort zone, that's when it's feeling the safest. That's why it's really important, if you have a big dream on your life, you have a big goal, you want to go out and you want to start a business, you want to change careers, you want to start a podcast or become an influencer or do something that is different. It's not something you've ever done before. And not only is it not something you've never done, but it's also something that not a lot of people around you are doing. There's going to be a lot of fear. The nervous system is going to come up and be like, yeah, we're not okay with that. That's too different. So that's why getting into conscious spaces that are going to help you, where there are other people that you can co-regulate with, learn from, and that can support you, is going to be really helpful. And there's more to come on that. So one of my mentors from afar, I've never worked with her personally, but I've invested in some of her programs, is Amanda Francis, and I just love her. And she has this quote that I've lived by for a long time, which is, faith, true faith, isn't really even activated until it looks like it's not going to happen and you still believe. I'll say that again. True faith is not even activated until it looks like it's not going to happen, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, and yet you still believe. This is so important because a lot of people think, oh, I have faith in things. Yeah, I have faith. And then it's like at the first sign of it not working, you want to give up. And my hand's up there, by the way, like with you, because I still struggle with this. This is not something that I'm immune to. I think all humans have this condition. But when we talk about true faith, that is what is required to create this delusional reality that we hear a lot of people talking about, which is escaping the 9-to-5, escaping the mental prisons that we're in. There's a lot of people who think that like quitting their job and starting their own business or becoming an online influencer or a coach online or whatever it is going to automatically shift your whole perspective in your life. And that's just not the way it works. You're going to take you with you no matter where you go. So you have to address the internal as well as the external. And it's a journey. It's a journey. So if it looks like, hey, I've started this work and I started dismantling some of these limiting beliefs, or I'm starting to notice that, yeah, the people that I'm surrounding myself with, they're not actually helping me. They're not actually moving me forward. Good. That's really good awareness. But if you're noticing that your financial life hasn't changed yet as a result, that's okay. Because we live in a plane of existence where time, linear time, is experienced. And so we have to understand that even though you're starting to shift your beliefs, you're starting to become more aware of the things that you're doing to keep yourself stuck, but everything hasn't changed yet. That's a lot of times because, like I said, one of two things. One, you still have blocks that are in the way. And that's what I help my clients with. So if you want support with that, let's do it. The second thing is, sometimes if you've released the blocks, if you've gotten rid of the things that are in the way between you and what it is that you desire in this world, sometimes it just takes some time. Sometimes it just takes a rearrangement. That's what I'm experiencing right now. I got back from my mastermind event where I had a huge spiritual awakening. I talk about it on the podcast. If you're not listening to the Soul Powered podcast, then quite literally, like, what are you doing with your life? No, I'm just kidding. It's so good though. And I talk about how I had this huge spiritual awakening. And so when you have a large energetic shift in your life, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the physical world to rearrange itself to support that new energetic person that you are. So my message in this is not to give up. Keep holding the vision for what it is that you want. Stay in the vibration of already having it. Visualize yourself having it. See yourself in the energy of what it is that you want. When a thought pops in and it's like, you can't do this, this isn't cut out, you're not cut out for this, like, you're not worthy of this, it's not possible for you. You have to tell those thoughts, not today. Like, not today, Satan, right? Not today. We're not doing that right now because we're rewiring, we're becoming someone new. And in order to become someone new, we have to emit a new frequency. We have to change the paradigm. We have to change the way of being. And this is done through repetition, because these beliefs that you have about yourself, about whatever these limiting beliefs are, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. Who am I to do this kind of work in the world? Who am I to have that kind of money? Money is greedy. Money is the root of all evil. Like, if you're saying things like that, you didn't just pick those things up overnight. You picked those things up through years and years of programming and proof that these things are true. And so now you just believe them. But a belief is just a statement. One could even say it's a lie because it's not actually true. A belief is just something that you've been repeating over and over again, that you've just adopted it as your truth, but it doesn't actually mean that it is truth. That's really important to note. Truth with a capital T means it's true for every single person on the planet. And if there are some people who are good enough, if there are some people who are doing the thing, if there are some people who are living a soul-powered life, and some people who can escape the 9-to-5 and escape the matrix and escape all this stuff and can live happily and can be in fulfillment and living out their purpose on this planet and being in a state of overflow where nothing is missing. If someone can do that, then you can too. And if you're telling yourself a story that is telling yourself otherwise, that is something to look at. That becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's really important that you understand that part. So in order to become this wealthy woman who's in a state of overflow, who's in a state where nothing is missing, just imagine that for a moment. Like, if you're not driving and you can just pause for a second and just like put your hand on your heart, maybe one hand on your belly, and just like feel what it would feel like to have everything, all of your needs met, where nothing is missing. Your cup is fully filled up. You have more than enough time. You're not rushing. There's nowhere to get. There's nowhere to go. You're able to be fully present. There's money in your bank account. All of your bills are paid. You have a roof over your head. You have food in your belly. Your kids have food. You have clothes. You have a nice warm bed to sleep in. Just feel how much gratitude that you can choose to have for that. Whether that's your existence or not right now, in this very moment, it can be. Just being able to tap into that energy. There's nothing missing. There's nowhere that you need to be, nowhere that you need to go, nothing you need to do, other than give yourself that moment of overflow and peace. Imagine that this gets to be a part of your day more often, and that you don't just have glimpses of it, but you get to truly live it. You get to truly embody it. You get to truly experience it. That you have more moments of overflow than not. And I'm not suggesting that anyone, including myself, gets to a place where we don't have any fear, any scarcity. That's just not, I don't know anyone who's like that. I really don't. Even people in my mastermind, even my mentors through the years who are running 8-figure businesses, they still have moments of scarcity. They just don't choose to live in them. They don't choose to believe them. The thought enters our brain, but I don't choose to identify with it anymore. The thoughts of, am I doing the right thing? Am I good enough for this? Am I cut out for this? All of those things still exist. I just don't let them run the show. It's like fear gets to exist and you get to move anyway. Fear gets to exist. Scarcity gets to exist. All these things, they get to exist in your life. But you get to move anyway. You don't have to allow the fear to run the show. You don't have to allow the scarcity to run the show. That's where it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, is when you hear the negative thoughts, you hear the limiting beliefs, you hear that the fear is there, and then you choose to listen to it. That's when you start to give your power away to it. And if you knew how much power you actually have, if you knew that you had the level of power that you do, you wouldn't leak it anymore. You wouldn't give it away anymore. You wouldn't choose willingly to give it away. You would keep it and you would use it to create what it is that you're here to create, the things that your soul is calling for you to do. And that's what I want for you. So, as a recap, remember, the universe responds to the vibration that you're putting out. So if you're in a place where you keep telling yourself, it's not happening fast enough, I'm not getting there quick enough, this isn't for me, I'm not cut out for this, whatever it is, the universe has no other option than to reflect that back. That will be your reality. My mentor said this incredible, thought-provoking quote that I come back to this often. He said, what if the universe's job is just to say yes to whatever it is that you believe to be true? No, I'm not cut out for this. Okay, yes, here you go. Is that what you want to experience? Here it is. I'm not good enough. Okay, yes, is that what you want? Here you go. Here it is. Or you can choose to say, I am worthy of the things that I desire. And the universe is like, yes, I am deserving of all the things. I am cut out for this. If it's desired by me, it's destined for me. My desires are actually the things that will lead me to everything that I want in this life. And I can trust my desires. And the universe is like, yes, because its job is just to say yes to what you believe to be true about yourself. So if you're in a position where you don't have the financial reality that you want, you don't have the life that you want, you don't have the time freedom, pay attention to what it is that you're emitting out there into the field. And know that you're always going to get a reflection of that back. And if you need support moving through those things, releasing things that are not serving you anymore, and you want support with stepping into a seek-powered lifestyle, stay tuned, because I will be sharing more about exactly how I'm going to be supporting this community moving forward, which is really exciting. And I can't wait to share more details when they come. But know that true faith isn't activated until it looks like it's not going to happen and you still believe. How long can you hold on to that faith? And can you hold on to that faith until it comes? Because it will. With enough aligned action, with enough belief, are you believing in something enough to put your energy and focus behind it and your action behind it, it has no choice but to manifest into the physical world. And I can't wait to see that happen for you. Thank you again for joining me for another Wealthy Woman Wednesday. I'll catch you next week. Bye, everyone. If you loved this episode, then why are you stopping here? The next level in your journey is waiting for you inside of the expansion experience. This is my free training that gives you the 5-step trademarked and proven process to break financial patterns, regulate your nervous system, and finally feel safe receiving more. Go ahead and click the show notes below and let's activate your next level together. And don't forget to follow, rate, and share this podcast if it lit something up inside of you. That's exactly how we build this soul-powered revolution together. Thanks again for showing up today, and I can't wait to catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.